Welcome to CaribDirect, Diaspora News In Brief. This week we look at lifestyle. We catch up with The Fever, making waves with his new fusion music genre. We speak to a professional who tells us how eating bad foods affects our lifestyle. And we catch up with the brand new Miss Trinidad and Tobago 2013 Queen, who tells us what the journey was like and how it feels to be the new queen reigning over Trinidad and Tobago. The Fever, blowing up the Caribbean music scene in the UK, tells us what it's like making that journey from almost nothing to a music sensation.
First of all, I was born in Barbados. Yeah, my music is, I would describe it as fusions, right? I would call my genre fusions. I fuse hip hop with pop, with dance music, soul, soca, and stuff like that.
And do you think you have an entrepreneurial spirit?
Yeah, well, I came from my background. My mom would always tell me, use what, well, I can say in Bajan, use what you got to get where you want, yes. Right? So like, I was always somebody that was quite resourceful. So yeah, as far as being an entrepreneur, like from young, I would be, when people was at school and stuff, I would probably buy my burger for like $1.50 and sell it back for like $1.75 or cut it in half and sell it. So I was always selling stuff and doing things like that. And
who does your music, who's your target audience? What age group can listen to your music? Can everybody listen to your music?
Well, the reason that I do fusions is my thing is to bring markets together. Sometimes it would be like, you might go to Barbados, right? And you could go to a reggae club, and you see only tourists there. And then it's like, but tourists could appreciate reggae. Or the same way you could go to a pop club and see a lot of natives there. So for me, when you fuse beats, you don't only fuse beats, you fuse people, you fuse mindsets, you bring people together that would not necessarily be in the same space, occupy the same time and space, you know? Yes. And when you put them together, and then if you do a track that you could have a European and a Jamaican or a Bajan, you know, dancing to the same thing and appreciating it, then you've done the job and you did your fusion right.
And tell us about your style. I mean, it's very, very unique. So tell us more about your style, your flavors, and how you put yourself together.
Well, I see life as a creative. I just see life as a artistic expression. So for me, I just put together stuff, put together my outfit with off my own vibe, off my own vibration. So it's like I might see a jacket that would be quite weird looking, and to me it's like so perfect. I'm like, yo, you need to get this in. Yo, you don't need to wear it. This was there for 10 years. Nobody not gonna buy it. But for me, it's like, yo, you just have to get it. You know. So yeah, I like to. I don't know. It's just my own thing. I don't even try to do it. It's just how I see fashion.
For years, Caribbeans have been finding themselves sick with all kinds of diseases, diabetes and all sorts. Well, CaribDirect caught up with an expert who tells us what it is we should be eating to prevent these ailments and how it is we can maintain a healthy diet going forward.
I would say there are certain foodstuffs that we tend not to eat, okay? There are things that we would leave out because we know that they are either poisonous to the body or the body doesn't know what to do with it, it's very difficult for the body to get rid of it and causes imbalances. So sugar, for example, sugar is highly addictive and creates havoc to the body in so many different ways. Too much meat.
As in beef, red meat?
Pork isn't great. Pork and beef, really difficult for the body to digest. So if you're going to have it maybe once a week. Okay? Our bodies are not designed to eat meat every day. And what we end up with is a backlog of meat in our guts. Our intestines are around 7 meters long. Okay? So this meat has to travel 7 meters, okay, in our bodies. And over the years, we don't fully evacuate all the meat. We just don't, because we're not moving around very much. We're not eating enough fiber. You end up with a system which becomes very acidic. So it leads to problems like arthritis, okay, which is basically an acidic problem. So you want to cut down on meat, really, if you can't leave it out altogether.
Now, another thing that I've sort of heard of growing up is that you shouldn't eat at night and go and lie down. You know, in some cultures in the Caribbean, they say that that's how you get big belly. You know, you eat and you go straight to sleep.
Yes.
Is there any merit in that suggestion at all?
Yes, there is, because it takes about 3 hours for the food to be digested. So if you're eating at 8 or 9 in the evening and then go to bed at 10:30, 11, your body is still trying to digest that. And when you go to sleep, your whole metabolism is slowing down. So it's not going to be digested properly. So you could end up with undigested particles that just ferment. They're just basically fermenting in your system.
That is scary.
It's horrible, isn't it?
That is absolutely scary. So what would you suggest as being responsible breakfast, lunch and dinner?
Okay. Right, well, for breakfast, I would say go for fruit and grains. Make your own muesli, yeah? Experiment with that, with things that you like, with berries, dried fruits, dates, raisins, oats. You can use porridge oats and soak them overnight so they become quite soft and mushy and very easy for the body to digest. And you know, the great things with oats is that it gives you sustained energy all through the morning. Okay?
That would help why I'm so vitalized here now.
Yes, yes, you like oats.
Every morning.
Fantastic. It's a really good food, great for kids. Much better than a frosted cereal or anything from a colourful box. I would say when it comes to breakfast, avoid any colourful box, any boxes, box cereals, avoid them.
Every girl wants to be a queen. So CaribDirect caught up with the brand new Miss Trinidad and Tobago 2013 winner to find out what winning feels like and what plans she has for the future.
It hasn't hit me yet, but sitting here in front of you doing this interview, it's slowly creeping up on me that, you know, I've won, and I'm really happy. I'm so happy and I'm so grateful that I've been given this opportunity. So I'm going to take full advantage of it.
Tell us more about the journey leading up to you winning.
I think I wanted to do this for a long time. I met the CaribDirect International directors about 2 or 3 years ago when I was 18. Yeah, when I was 18, I met them and they asked me to do it then, but I felt like I wasn't prepared. And now that I'm 20, I'll be 21 soon. I feel like now is the right time. And I just went for it. And the process, it was grueling. It was tough, but I just took it one day at a time. And I'm so glad that I finally had the courage to do it and had the confidence to do it.
Amazing. And tell us more about yourself. What are your hobbies? What do you like to do?
Well, I'm a performing arts student. I study drama at Middlesex University. I'm in my final year. But I love going to the theatre. I love being with my friends because I'm an only child. So I love being with my friends, spending a lot of time with them and family. I love listening to music, fashion, beauty. I love girly things, really.
Wow. And what about yourself? What was your upbringing like? Are you from Trinidad and Tobago?
Yes. People might not know because I'm representing Tobago. People might not know that I was actually born in Trinidad and grew up in Trinidad. But I'm representing Tobago because my grandmother was Tobagonian, and a lot of my memories with her, a lot of my childhood memories, were spent in Tobago. So I'm doing this for her.
Oh, wow. And now you're Trinidad and Tobago.
Yeah.
UK. Oh,
Yeah.
fantastic. What do you hope to do for your year now that you've won? What do you think your reign would be like?
Oh, I hope positive. I'm trying to be the best ambassador for my country as possible because that's what I do. That's what I love.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be here if I didn't love my country. So just, networking, meeting as much people as possible and promoting Trinidad and Tobago.
And tell us about the prizes that you've won now that you're Miss Trinidad and Tobago.
Well, I've been lucky enough to be sponsored by Caribbean Airlines for my flight. I'll be spending a week in Tobago. I'll be sponsored by Lynn Manor Villas. And when I go to Trinidad, I'll be staying in Cascadia Hotel as well as spending time with family. So I'm really looking forward to that.
So tell us what advice you'd give young girls who are trying to do pageants, and what would your experience taught you?
If there's any viewers watching, girls wanting to get involved with the pageant,
what would you tell
I would
them?
definitely encourage them because it's so much more than about beauty. It's about you learning about your culture and you learning to grow as yourself, to grow into yourself and about confidence, and it teaches you a lot. So I would definitely recommend girls to be involved in these pageants.
Well, thank you, Karima, for speaking with us. If you want to find out more about Karima, she'll be on CaribDirect.com website, and you can get regular updates from her.
This has been CaribDirect Diaspora News in Brief. Join us next time for more news, commentaries, and exciting interviews to keep you informed.